Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Scholarship World. Scholarship World. We say win a scholarship with ease. Now, I've started hearing that MAECI have started sending out or calling out people who have actually gone through to the interview stage. And if you are one of them, congratulations. And if you have not been called yet, they are still in process. It's country by country and all that. So if you haven't yet gotten a message or a call from them inviting you for an interview, it's either it's not the time for your country, or unfortunately you have not made it. But let's keep our fingers crossed and then hope for the best. You understand? Now, if today is the first time you are seeing this channel, I'd ask you to subscribe, click on like button, share. And if you don't understand anything, you can also leave a comment, and I'll leave a link to my Telegram page which you can easily access, and then further catch up there if you have any, like messages or anything that you need clarification on. You can get onto the Telegram page, and then I'll be able to help you, or other people who literally have the same mind or have information can also help you likewise. So let's get started. So first of all, congratulations to those who have made it to the next round of the MAECI scholarship. For some of you, your countries, you will not be interviewed, because last year, Liberia, Sierra Leone, those people, like, they didn't have any interview. They just received the call that they've won the MIC scholarship. They didn't receive any interview. So some of you might not be called for the interview, but when the scholarship letters are being sent out, you'd likely receive yours without an interview. Like, I don't know how they do that, but I think that is probably a control measure if much people did not apply for certain countries. So last year, like this, as I said, Liberia, Sierra Leone, they didn't have any interview. They just received a letter that they've won the MIC. And I think it's because the applications from that country weren't enough. Normally when it's like that, they don't do that. So, but as for Ghana and some other countries, Ghanaians are sharp. Like, everybody wants to travel outside the country. I'm just talking too much. Let's just get right into it. So I just want to give you some basic stuffs on how to go about the MIC scholarship interview. You understand? This is very, very important. This is what I did when it was my turn to go for the interview, and it really helped me a lot. So if you are looking to kill it when you go for the MIC scholarship interview, then you might want to watch this video to the end. You understand? Now I want to talk on some basic stuff. Why, what, how, and perhaps some other questions that might come up during the interview. Now, why oh, let's start with who are you. You understand? Every interview comes with this question: who are you? Now when they ask you who are you, it is not a matter of I am from this family, or I am Jeff Taotri and I am then this old. And it is not like that. Basically, when you are asked about who are you, they want to know what makes you unique. You understand? So you can go like this: I am Otri Jefta. I am somebody who is built on hard work, excellence, and then inspiration to do more and thrive harder in any environment that I find myself in. Because of this, I've been able to come through this. I was at top of my class. I was that, like you are bragging. You know why people don't care about Ghana? If you are in Africa and you start talking about yourself, your achievement, people think you are proud or arrogant. But the white man doesn't think like that. What you have acquired is who you are. What you pass through to acquire that is who you are. So if they ask you, who are you? You can start with, okay, I'm Jeff Tautri. I come from a family of this. I am somebody who is inspired by agriculture or agribusiness, and since my childhood, they have been pursuing my dream towards that in that field. You understand? Like, be creative, be inspirational. You understand? Let them know that you are not just those normal people who come and talk about their family, where they are from, their age and all that. Like, let them know you have this big dream, you have these aspirations. You understand? So that is basically about the who. Now, if you introduce yourself like this and afterwards they kind of feel like, okay, then they want to know more about your family, they'll ask you, you understand? But if not, just introduce like how I've said it. Like build something about your career, your yeah, your career, that kind of stuff. Then why, you understand? Let's talk about the why. Now the why should we give you this scholarship? Why are you going to read the master's program you chose for the admission? And why uh are you doing that? Like, you understand? So why? So you can go about this probably by some research, a little research and all that. Now for me, when I was asked the why the master's program, I told them I did agribusiness, and then as part of agribusiness, marketing is also a branch of agribusiness, and I want to gain the international marketing knowledge and expertise skills, to apply in the field of agribusiness, you understand? And why agribusiness? You understand? So why your bachelor studies? Why your master studies? I just said agribusiness is just a new sector in Ghana which is underexplored. So I want to gain much information and knowledge on that so that I can help bring value to the sector, since Ghana most of our commodities are exported raw without any value being added to it. So, which is one of the capabilities or the services agribusiness should provide to any nation, which is underexplored. So I just make that emphasis towards that, you understand. Then why should you be given the scholarship? Again, brag. So like just brag with your qualification, with your achievement. Why should they? I was top of my class. I strived harder. I've held these positions. I've done this. I've done that. I hold these skills. Like, I possess these skills. I have this, like this dream, this aspiration. I want to do this. I want to do that. You understand? Like, brag about yourself. Tell them about your long-term goals, short-term goals, how that comes into play with the scholarship, or why you are the good fit for the particular position they have. You understand? Like, just brag. That is it. Just brag. But make sure the brags are not lies. I beg you. Don't go and tell them any lies. Make sure you build, because they have your academic certificate, your transcripts and everything. So they probably know like as much as you do, you understand. So the bragging should be based on the things you have provided, your CV, your certificate, transcripts and all that, you understand. Then, so what if you are given the scholarship, what are you going to do? You understand? And I beg you, I know all of you are not going to say, oh, if I finish I'll stay abroad and blah blah blah, you understand? But they want you, when they tell you what are the benefits you bring on board, what do you bring on the table after you have gotten the scholarship and you have gotten the masters, you complete school? What do you bring on the table? Every organization that is offering a scholarship is offering the scholarship because, one, they want the country which they are giving the scholarships to benefit from you, because of the high immigration rates and all that. These are the basic uh analogies, or what actually makes them do this scholarship and humanitarian act. It's just to build a human resource for the countries to prevent or minimize immigration. So you are not going to tell them after you finish you intend to stay abroad and what's not, unless you want to tell them you want to pursue a PhD after your master's degree. Then after you come back to Ghana to come and do this, to come and do that. So first, the benefit you be of to your country. Then secondly, they say there is no free meal. There is no free meal anywhere. So in as much as you are being beneficial to your country, what are you also doing? How is the country going to benefit from you, those providing you the scholarship? You understand? So you don't have to only talk about your country, but also their country as well. So one thing that I mentioned, there is this after African Free Continental Trade Area, which is specializing on ensuring that there is a free trade market in Africa where all the African countries can trade, interchangeably, and then there will be free trade of goods and human, resources. You understand? And I made that emphasis that I want to, after my education, I want to have an employment in that sector or in that space so that I can also contribute to that, because that's one of the initiatives or objectives of that after is to ensure that Africans don't export raw materials but also add value to them before exporting, so that the revenue or the GDP we can grow. You understand? The revenue we get for each product that we export can be increased. You understand? So I made this emphasis and I made this analogy to them, like make research in your sector, in your particular field of study that you are pursuing. What are the opportunities, what are the challenges, what are the problems that can be solved when after you, and how does it apply to them? And I told them, once I go to Italy. Italy is known for their tomato production. It is known for exporting oil to Ghana and also importing crude oil from Ghana and other raw materials from Ghana, and also exporting those grain cereals to Ghana as well. So I believe the expertise and all that I'll gain from Italy will also help trade between the two countries. You understand? You understand? So like let them know you know what you are about, you know what you want, and you know how to go about it. That is the only way you can tell them. And don't go without doing research. Research. Ensure you've done research about the country, about your country, opportunities, problems that can be solved, and also your long-term and short-term goals. So you can, for something, my short-term goals, maybe after I come back to Ghana and I've not yet completed gotten what I want, I can enroll in a be a I was a teaching assistant so at my university. So I told them I want to come back and lecture for some time and then apply for a PhD. And after PhD, I want to come and use the knowledge and all that to support my country and all that. You understand? So you let them know that you know what you're about, and you should be good to go. You understand? And so I wish you a good luck. And on top of that, if perhaps you want me to structure, you know, um detailed strategies and designs for you to use for the interview based on your course or career, you can also let me know. I'll leave, just like I said, I'll leave the link to the Telegram channel, and you can send me a private message and I can help you with that. Of course, it will not be free. That one will not be free. If I have to do one on one, I have one on one, it will not be free. Maybe some small, amounts, which I'll disclose when you reach out to me for the one-on-one session. And so yeah, this is where I'll leave you. Make sure you click on the subscribe button if you have not, and also like, share, and leave a comment if you don't understand anything. And we shall meet again. Scholarship World, I'm out.